car before that was a BMW. That's what I swear I thought I had. It wasn't until I got home from the hospital. That's when I was leaving the hospital, last week of the hospital, is when they told me I was in an accident. I thought I heard at work the whole time.
You said you've gone to that place a couple of times. Would you have normally gotten behind drivers?
That's a good question. Majority of the time, actually, I did not drive. I always paid toll to try to help out. I always paid the toll because Linden to here was $15 toll, I think. But yeah, so I drove at times, but majority of the time I tried not to drive.
Do you regret having that much to drink, not remembering the whole night?
I regret many things. I don't know. This is. It's hard for me to answer that question only because I don't remember being there, so I can't say, oh yeah, I totally got wasted or like I.
So you dispute the 3 times the legal limit?
I'm sorry?
You dispute that your alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit?
I don't know. You're very good, but question. Yeah, I can't think of the right answer.
A lot of people think that you had 2 prior drunk driving arrests.
Very unfortunate, yes.
And yet you now are accused of a 3rd one.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything I think it's very rather disgusting, I think. It's very different. As spiritual and godly like I feel now, I've always believed in God. I've never been like this. But it's like the person I am now, I look back and I'm like I'm disgusted. I'm like, that's who I was.
Did this make you more spiritual, this whole experience?
My usual, you're not the first person to ask that. Friends have asked that. The dying and people die or they see God or whatever, and most of my life I never believed it. I literally saw him. So yes, that when I woke up, that moment is what changed me.
What do you expect to happen today?
Well, I know the judge is gonna give instructions to the jury for quite a few hours, tell them do's and don'ts, to 2-3 hours, I believe, and then the jury's gonna go in the back and come up with their opinion and decide what is guilty, not guilty.
You had 2 prior DWIs. What was the circumstance of that?
What do you mean? What was the reason for?
No, what was the circumstance? What happened there? What were you doing at the time? Tell us about the DWIs, your priors.
At a bar, local bar. Well, that's the other 2 to me make more sense than this incident, only because I was by myself. I was very as if I didn't care. Like as back then, as drunk as I got, I'd be by myself. Like if I kill myself, like then that's what it is. That's why I didn't.
I'm confused because you just told me a few minutes ago that this was not typical for you to drink that much and get behind the driver's seat.
I didn't say that.
You say you've looked back.
By myself.
Oh, okay.
You look back at yourself now and you're disgusted?
Yeah. That was the example I was giving. At the person that I was, like.
Including somebody going to a club like Curves, or
even that as well. Actually, that's another one. Nothing against everyone that works there, but just I should not have ever so frequently been there.
What would you say to people, young people, all ages, who get behind the wheel after drinking, based on everything that you're going through?
Don't. It's actually very simple nowadays. I think that whole night could have been majorly prevented. Even as drunk as we all were, Uber is such an easy thing nowadays. Like, we don't have to call a taxi, just go bloop, 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 and then, like, that could have, just
one more question for me. A lot of people mention that when you walk in and out of court that you are surprisingly smiling and in a good mood. Any particular reason?
I think I somewhat addressed that initially, but not fully. Because before I came here, I hugged my mother. She was crying and whatnot. I hugged my aunt. She wasn't fully crying, but she was getting upset. People are getting upset. I don't feel upset because I just believe that God does have a plan. If it ends today, tomorrow, I'm not sure when exactly the jury's going to decide, but if and when it ends, and if and when I do get sent away. I'm okay with that. I feel like God wants me to do something. I have to be in there. How I'm trying to talk to the media, just some people might go in one ear and out the other. Some people don't care, like, oh, screw that guy. But some people, every now and then, I get a message like, thank you. You made me think this. I just want to like reach out there and help one person. So that's why I'm so happy every day. I'm alive, so I'm happy.
So you don't know what you would, what you would exactly say to the relatives of the Frank and Joe?
I'm sorry.
We were trying to
well, yeah, the Rodriguez and the Vigiano family.
Just can't come up with the words?
It's like I am very upset with the person I was to begin with. I'm not fully aware that what things are and are not my fault. But I'm sorry that all this happened regardless. This should not have happened. I pray and talk to Frank and Joe every single day. And I hope the best for them. And my intention, which this probably won't happen, but if I am able to walk out of here scot-free, I want to do big things, starting with for the family. Do something in their name. Maybe like have like a foundation of some sort in the Joe Rodriguez name, Frank Vigiano, like something big as try to be a repayment of some sort. Nothing is ever going to be good enough. Like so many bad things, no good thing is ever going to be good enough. But I will at least try. So yeah, I'm sorry, families, that you have to go through this. And I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't think of anything else to say.